landforms. Right. What is a landform? All right. A landform is a natural feature of the solid surface of the earth. It means to say, natural means it is already here on earth before human beings were discovered. Also, it says solid surface. It means to say it is solid. It means to say it is hard. Okay, it doesn't flow. Surface, it is outside part of the earth. Did you understand? All right. Now, let's discover the different landforms in the Philippines. Okay, so these landforms, we could see them in other countries also, all over the world. However, we're going to focus on the landforms that can be found in the Philippines. All right, are you ready? Yes, let's begin. Different landforms. The first one is we have a plain. Okay, plain. Next, valley. We have plateau. We have hill, mountain, mountain range, volcano, peninsula, coastline, and last but not the least, the island. All right, let's discuss them one by one. Let's go first with plain. What is a plain? A plain is a long, flat, and wide form of land. Okay, remember, it's long, flat, and wide form of land. Also, a plain is a landform that is easy to cultivate and develop. Okay, among the landforms that we have on Earth, plain is the easiest landform to cultivate. If you say cultivate, we can dig easily on it and we can plant whatever we wanted to plant there. Also, plain is good for farming. That's the one I said. It's easy to plant. Next, good for building residential. So if you're going to dig, it's easy to dig and you can put up or you can build a residential house or trading. Those are the businesses. Okay, the buildings. Next, plain also is easy in transportation. Okay, if you're going to go from one place to another, it is easy to move by the plane. All right. So what are the example of planes in the Philippines? We have here the central plain of the Philippines. That is the central plain. The central plain of the Philippines is the largest plain in the Philippines. Remember, it is the largest plain in the Philippines. Where can we find it? It is found in Central Luzon. That's why it says Central Plain. It is found in Central Luzon. Central Plain also is known as the rice granary of the Philippines. Okay, so rice granary, let me say they are the largest producers of rice in the Philippines. Alright, because they have also the largest plain in the Philippines wherein the rice can be planted on a plain. And because they have the largest plain of the Philippines, so it means to say also that they also producing the highest amount of rice in the Philippines. Okay? The other plains in the Philippines are the plains of Panay and Negros in Visayas. That's it. And the plains of Davao, Cotabato, and Agusan in Mindanao. That's the one. So if you're going to compare all of them, Central Plain of the Philippines is the most plant or the most plain which you can plant the rice grain. Okay, let's go to the next one, the valley. Valley is a lowland. Okay, it's a lowland plain. So it's a plain also, but it is a lowland. It is below or lower than the plain. It is in between mountains or hills. Valley is usually safe from the typhoons and strong winds because the mountains around it serve as a protection. So just imagine the valley is in between two mountains. So when here comes the strong wind or the strong typhoon, when the wind blows, the valley or whatever is in the on the valley will not be affected, or they are safe because they have a protection which is the mountain around them. Alright, did you understand that? Now, what are the example of valleys in the Philippines? We have the Cagayan Valley. That is the Cagayan Valley. It is found in Cagayan Valley region in Region 2. Remember that Cagayan Valley is the largest valley in the Philippines. It means to say this Cagayan Valley is a valley which is there are a lot of mountains and hills around them. The other valleys in the Philippines are found in provinces of Baguio, Cotabato, Agusan, Aklan, Antique, and Zamboanga. So all of these places, they have valleys, but it is smaller than the Cagayan Valley. Okay, next, the third landform is a plateau. A plateau is a plain land. Again, it is a plain land, but this time, this plain land is on top of a mountain or an elevated area. So, it means to say, it is a plain land, yes, but it is on top of an elevated area. The climate here in Plateau is cold and pleasant. So, it is very nice to go there, especially during summer. So, what are these places? Let's look at that later. Another, families can go here for outing or seminars and other religious activities because the place, the area is a pleasant place for us to have outing, seminar, and other religious activities. Here are the plateaus in the Philippines. We have the Mountain Province Plateau. That's it. So if you're going to look at it, it's like you're still on a plain, in a lowland plain. But don't be confused because this Mountain Province Plateau is a plain on top of a mountain. So because it is known as the Mountain Province Plateau, it is found in Mountain Province. Other plateaus in the Philippines are in Benguet, that is the most familiar plateau that we can have, that is in Baguio City. The Ifugao, Kalinga Apayao in Luzon, and Bukidnon, and Lanao del Norte in Mindanao. Okay, now let's go to the fourth one, which is hills. What is a hill? A hill is an elevated area or land whose height does not exceed 152 meters above sea level. So it means to say, it is an elevated area. It looks like a mountain, but it is smaller than a mountain because there is a particular number that it could have so that you can call it as a hill. It should be 152 meters below. Alright? It doesn't exceed 152 meters. Next, hills are good places for planting fruit trees and vegetables and grazing of animals. Why is it a good place for planting fruit trees? Because usually, if you say hill, it is an elevated area wherein there's a lot of trees. A lot of these trees like to grow in an elevated area. Also vegetables, these kind of vegetables that they are good in the hills because of the climate of it. So just for an example, in Baguio City, okay, so there are hills also there wherein it is good for them the vegetables are good for them because the climate there is good. What are the example of hills in the Philippines? So we have the Chocolate Hills. Absolutely, that's the most famous hills in the Philippines. That's one. Chocolate Hills are found in Bohol Province. There are about 1,260 hills on this area. Okay, let's go back there. Okay, so I cannot go back. So hills, remember, why is it they are called as chocolate hills? A little trivia only. So if you say chocolate hills, it says chocolate because during summer season, all of the plants are dead, or it's not dead, it's like they are not growing. So because of that, remember plants are green, and if there's no plants, the land will be exposed. So if the land is exposed, the color of the land or the soil is brown. That's why they said it is a chocolate hill. Now, during rainy season, it will become greeny. Okay? The chocolate hills will become green because it is full of plants now. Okay, so that's the little trivia about chocolate hills. Now, let's go to mountain. What is a mountain? It is an elevated landform. Elevated, it is above sea level. Mountains are important in the lives of the people. Even though it is hard to live in mountain, still there are people that likes to live in the mountain because it's so peaceful than the plain area. Okay? So forest, rare plants, animal species are found in the mountains. That's why mountains are important in our lives because you can find there forest, rare plants, which you cannot see in the plain land, animal species also that are rare can be found in the mountains. Also, you can find in the mountains the minerals. These minerals include gold, silver, nickel, bronze, chromite, and iron. These are all mined under the mountains. That's why mountains are very important in our lives. What are the example of mountains in the Philippines? Absolutely, the first one there is the Mount Apo, which is the highest mountain in the Philippines. It is found in Davao del Sur and Cotabato. It is because it's the highest mountain. The diameter of it is so big, so you can find it in two places. It is in between Davao del Sur and Cotabato. Another mountain in the Philippines is the Mount Dulang-Dulang. That is the Mount Dulang-Dulang. It is the second highest mountain in the Philippines. So if the Mount Apo is the highest or the first mountain that is so high in the Philippines, Mount Dulang-Dulang is the second highest mountain in the Philippines. It is found in Bukidnon. The third one that is famous also as a mountain in the Philippines is the Mount Pulag. That is the Mount Pulag, which is, as you can see in the picture, it's like sea of clouds. Alright, so Mount Pulag is the highest mountain in Luzon. It is found in Benguet. So a lot of people likes to hike this Mount Pulag because for them it is so beautiful when you go on the peak or on the top of the Mount Pulag because you can see the sea of clouds. Especially during sunrise, it is very beautiful there. Okay, next we have the mountain range. Mountain range means row of mountains. Okay? Also, it is also known as series of mountains. So, row of mountains or series of mountains. In short, mountain range, there are a lot of mountains that are connected from one another. Okay? So, what are the mountain ranges in the Philippines? We have the Cordillera Mountain Range. That's one. Which is found at the eastern part of Metro Manila. The next mountain range is the Caraballo Mountains. That's the Caraballo Mountains, which is found at the Cross Central Luzon. So the mountain range are very important usually if there is a strong typhoon because it prevents the strong typhoon to hit the particular place. Okay. Next, we have volcano. What is a volcano? It is a landform just like a mountain. So they are almost the same. The difference between mountain and volcano is that the volcano has an opening, which called crater, wherein hot rocks, mud, and lahar are thrown out and flow to the Earth's surface when it erupts. Alright? So that's the difference between volcano and mountain. Volcano has a crater, mountain has no crater. Volcano can erupt, mountain cannot erupt. Alright? According to PHIVOLCS, PHIVOLCS means Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, there are approximately 200 volcanoes in the Philippines. Alright? And then, among these 200 volcanoes, there are 21, remember, 21 active volcanoes. And the rest are dormant or non-active volcanoes already. So, among these 21 active volcanoes, the most active one is the Mayon volcano. Let's see. This is the Mayon volcano. Okay, that's the one I said. 21 are active volcanoes and the rest are dormant or non-active volcanoes. So here are the example of volcanoes. As I said, Mayon volcano is the most active volcano in the Philippines. So that is the picture of Mayon volcano. And a little trivia again, Mayon volcano is like a perfect cone. Okay, the shape of it is a perfect cone wherein a lot of tourists like to go there and see the shape of it like a perfect cone. However, because it is the most active volcano in the Philippines, there are a lot of people also that they are living away from the Mayon volcano. The Mayon volcano is found in Albay. Okay, next example of volcano is the Taal volcano. That's the Taal volcano. Okay, so the Taal volcano is one of the smallest volcano in the world. So imagine we have the one of the smallest volcano in the world, which is also Taal volcano is an active volcano. So it means to say, if you say active, it can erupt anytime. A little trivia again, Taal volcano just erupted last January 2020. Okay? The Taal volcano is found in Batangas. The third example of volcano in the Philippines is the Mount Pinatubo. That's the Mount Pinatubo. Right? It is found in Zambales. Okay? Next, we have the peninsula. What is a peninsula? It is a protruding land along the shores. Peninsula is a piece of land that is almost surrounded by water but is connected to the mainland on one side. So think of it, peninsula is almost surrounded by water, almost because one part of it is surrounded by water. Other part or other side of it is still connected to the mainland. Right? So what are the example of peninsula? We have the Zamboanga Peninsula, that one. So as you can see, this part here surrounded by water, and then this part here is connected to the mainland. Another Zamboanga Peninsula is found in Mindanao. Alright? Next, Another example of peninsula is the Bataan Peninsula. That's the Bataan Peninsula. So as you can see, this part again is surrounded by water. And then the half part, which you cannot see in the picture, is still connected to the mainland. The Bataan Peninsula is found in Luzon. Another example of peninsula is the Bicol Peninsula. That's the one. So again, this part connected to the water, and this part is connected to the mainland. Alright? So the Bicol Peninsula is also found in Luzon. So did you understand what is peninsula? Okay, very good. Next, we have the coastline. The coastline is a plain land along the seashore. So it's a land which is along the seashore. It is suited for fishing, trading, and tourism. What are the examples of coastline in the Philippines? The only example of coastline in the Philippines is the Philippine coastline itself, because Philippines is surrounded by water. Right? So this is the picture of coastline. As you can see, this is the shore, the seashore. And then the coastline that we're talking about is this part, the brown part, that is the coastline. Okay, it's a land that is along the seashore. The total length of the coastline of the Philippines is 36,289 kilometers. And remember, the Philippine coastline is irregular. It means to say it is not connected by one another. The coastline are not connected because Philippines itself is an archipelago which is connected by islands and islets. So the coastline is an irregular shape with numerous bays, gulfs, and islets. One of the coastline, that is one of the place which is connected or part of coastline, is the Manila Bay. Manila Bay is a sheltered harbor which is the country's busiest commercial hub, because the Manila Bay is, they have the port which is almost all of the trading place is there. Okay, you can, if you do export and import materials, they are all going to the Manila Bay. Next, so as you can see the picture, as I said, the coastline is irregular because if you're going to look at it, the islands are not connected together. So it means to say these coastline are not also connected by one another. Lastly, last landform is the island. Island is a land surrounded by water. So a while ago, the peninsula is almost surrounded by water because one place is still connected to the mainland. Now, this island is completely surrounded by water. Okay? It is almost the same as continent. However, island is a smaller land than the continent. Okay? Island may occur in oceans, seas, lakes, or rivers. So you cannot just see islands in the oceans or in the seas. You can still see it on the lakes or rivers as long as it is a land that is completely surrounded by the water. What are the example of islands in the Philippines? So there are three main islands in the Philippines because as I said, Philippines is an archipelago. It means to say it is consists of islands and islets. So it means to say Philippines is an island itself. However, the three main islands in the Philippines are these one. The first one is the Luzon. That one, as you can see, the red part. These are all the part of the Luzon. So again, island. These are the island. These are the lands that are completely surrounded by water. So there are water here around it. Okay, the Visayas. That's the Visayas. It's a small area. It is in the middle of the part of the Philippines. And lastly, the Mindanao. The Mindanao, that's one, the lowest part of the Philippines. Now, among these islands, Luzon is the biggest or the largest island in the Philippines, followed by Mindanao, and the last one is the Visayas. So Luzon is the largest. Luzon is the largest island. Visayas is the smallest island in the Philippines. Right? Did you understand, class? So that's it for today's lesson. We just had all the different landforms in the Philippines. So I hope you understood something about my lesson today. And thank you for watching. See you again next time. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.